The following is a presentation of the UFAFL. This is the Ultimate Fantasy American Football League Launchpad Series with your hosts, Andy McNamara and Jamie Thomas.
So you want to be an NFL scout. You think you have the eye for talent to find those hidden gems, those hidden pieces, where you're going to get a chance to prove it with UFF Sports. I'm Andy McNamara, head of football operations, alongside Jamie Thomas, director of scouting for the Ultimate Fantasy American Football League, the UFAFL. And Jamie, this is a golden opportunity where you can get paid for fantasy football to find those gems. How do you become a registered UFF Sports scout?
Yeah, finally you can justify that fantasy is going to pay off to your loved ones in your house. But to answer your question, Andy, it's a one-time registration fee of $25 worth of score coin to register as a scout. Once registered, you can scout for any and all sports on UFF Sports, multiple sports simultaneously on our platform.
And that's really where the X factor comes in, Jamie, because it's not just football, but hockey,
right,
golf, basketball, baseball, MMA. There's a whole list of sports that are out on UFF Sports and coming out that you're going to get a chance. But for the football side, this is where going from high school through to college, and it all begins in September with the futures auction.
Absolutely. Like every September, like you can come to the futures auction and there'll be a minimum bid of $20 US dollars, of course, worth of SCO. Minimum bid increments of $5. And this annual auction features top prospects from the NCAA. And we're going to get into high school one day. So if you're sitting there on Friday Night Lights in the United States of America, you're like, look at this kid. Well, you got to register with him with us for that $20 bid. And every year, a new age group is eligible for the futures auction. And the top prospects are auctioned to all scouts. And if you're a scout, there's no limitations or obligations. It's a free market. Bid on and buy as many or as few as desired. If you got that one guy and you feel that's good enough, don't worry about it. Or if you love watching multiple players and figuring out how they're going to fit in the future, don't worry about it. This is the platform to do that.
Well, and Jamie, what happens after that is, well, if you get a player, you have and own their fantasy player contract rights. Let's say, let's use an example, freshman in college. And you feel, okay, hey, year two, this guy popped. You can sell him, auction him to another scout or trade players. And that all leads up to them turning pro in the UFAFL, where you have to make sure that they're off of your scouting registrar by game 3 of their pro career.
Yeah, there'll be no hoarding of players, right, Andy? And that's the best part about the beauty of this. It's like a fraternity of scouts. You feel like you have this player before he becomes part of the UFAFL, and you see another scout with them. You can talk to him, trying to weasel your way in there. There's all kinds of trading going on. You're always watching. If you're coveting somebody else's player, that's okay. It's almost like being an agent, scooping up somebody's player. That you can do this as a scout with UFF Sports.
Yeah, and you can then auction to the pro teams from there, multiple sports, like we said. And then what happens is you really are able to build out, if your goal is to become a professional scout. And again, hey, if you just like one college team or whatever, you can be as casual or as involved as you want. But Jamie, what's so fascinating to me about this UFF Sports scouting option is that it's all recorded on the Zilliqa blockchain. So you have a built-in resume of your move. So you can take this, you can take your success. You think you know players, you think you know who's going to be the next stars. Well, it's all going to be recorded on the Zilliqa blockchain. It's a live resume.
Yeah, how great is that? And we do mean there's your dream job to become a scout in the National Football League. What better way to take all these gems that you have discovered and you can say, I have this eye for talent. I've been doing this for 2 years. Here's proof. Look at the franchises I've helped out. Look at the players I've uncovered over my time as a scout here. You need me on your franchise. This is my resume. This is my proof. Sign me up right now. You will not regret it.
Well, and you know what? You can sign up right now at uffsports.com. Become a scout today.